you gotta tell me, you know, what tweets y'all didn't like.
Yeah.
You gotta tell me what hurts so I can do it more.
Why?
Because that's when we're weakening the enemy. We're breaking them down. All this, I'm a fat bitch on the runway. I'm so powerful. No, you're not. You're causing death. That shit is unhealthy. Let's do statistics on black obesity rates. Everything that's being pushed in the media is about decentralizing and tearing down communities. Even I low-key feel like the ICE is like basically like doing to Latin communities what they did to the black communities. It's everything to decentralize, remove the fathers. Also, I have this theory that I just wanted to say. Wait a second. I have another theory. It's about football and music industry, but I want you to get that Jay-Z answer. You get what I'm saying? Because everybody's like, what about the fact that everybody knows what I'm saying is true related to that photo that I put up with my youngest daughter, right? But everything is like, but you offended Jay-Z. Fuck him. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Put it like this. Why? Let's take it to money. How much money do you think Jay-Z make off my catalog versus what I make off it? Next subject.
Well, some people might feel like, like even with the situation with kids, I hear you speak that a lot, that nobody really spoke on your behalf. But even when you speak about Kim, you might be like, you picked her. Like you put yourself in that.
Absolutely, I did. That was my fault.
Maybe they're saying that you don't take accountability.
No, that was my fault. I didn't want to have children with this person after the first 2 months of being with her. But that wasn't God's plan. But my issue with all these faggot ass celebrity niggas is, if you ain't gonna speak on my behalf of the situation I'm in right now with my children or where I was when I asked for the help years ago, don't talk about my political views. Plus your tea. Like, nigga, I bled for you. If nigga asks you about me, say we ain't speaking on Ye. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how y'all looking at me like a vic, because you a street nigga. But it ain't that time no more. I'm the lawyer off Carlito's way. I'm the boss. You niggas is broke. You niggas is not masterminds. And you niggas should never have ever gone. Look at John Legend, old sissy ass. I ain't never do nothing wrong to that nigga. I changed generations of his life. And they got all that faggot ass hot sweater nigga come up and just, this nigga wears sweaters in motherfucking August and Barbados. John Legend and mashed potato. So, no, you say you smell like mashed potatoes. I don't know where I got this from.
He's your guy though. And like, so all these relationships, repair, like, even the Pusha, the Jay, the like, there's a long list. Even Cardi, like, I feel like, I know you say you want to hurt them, but you might overstep the line where maybe at a point Jay's like, yeah, I'm cool. Like, I think after that tweet, he definitely, and I don't know if these are relationships that's salvageable.
Why would I want to salvage relationships with a lot of people? Why would I want to salvage relationships with broke-ass slaves and slave herders? Like everybody, so this is what I'm saying. The Jay-Z thing leads me to the NFL. Why do they want a Drake to be out of there? Why do they want somebody with no hits like Kendrick to do the Super Bowl? Right? This is a theory I had. The people that run the Super Bowl had to come to people who run the music industry and be like, you guys, you're letting your niggas get out of hand. Oh my God, that Kanye. Somebody take a knee for what he's out of there. See, that's the problem. You let him last too long. And they're there for 2 years, 3 years, they're out of there. They dealt with we got Tom Brady, he's great. We made Mahomes throw that fucking Super Bowl, so Tom can get his 7th ring and shit. But like, you guys in the music industry, what you gotta do is start getting smaller artists and put them on. We're gonna set you up. We're gonna get Rolling Loud. We're gonna connect them with Live Nation. And then we're gonna get a bunch of small artists, and then you'll be able to make your money off of that. And then it's like, Cardi's doing that. We'll make them take the blue pill. We'll rap about scams, and then Northwest, we rob Northwest. Or Kanye, don't worry about him. He's a lunatic. Don't worry about him. Does any of that sound right or sound accurate to you?
Yeah, if you look, it does seem like, I don't know if it's exactly true, but you can see.
Wait a second, you don't think, you can see my eyes through the mask right there. You don't know if it's that control. Meaning, but
So a person who, again, I'm not like normie, analyze me, and we're like I'm the guy on Twitter, but I'm like, wait, you really think there's like this hidden hand that's really kind of moving in this direction, or it just kind of happens to be?
Do you think it's not? You think the possibility is not? You think it's just all by chance and shit?
I would be opposed to it, but it feels like you know a little bit more. That's why a lot of people are intrigued too, because if probably one of the richest rappers ever is
not probably, definitely. We keep going on.
When you've gotten to the heights, and I'll say you're the greatest hip hop artist ever. When that person's then telling us it's like that, you then got to step back and be like, he knows definitely something we don't know.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we're also trying to like watch you and even listen, even if you don't like some of the stuff you say. They're trying to figure out what connect the dots and really see what's going on.
Well, you know what? I'm a leader, and I channel, and I don't see everything. You know, I didn't picture us being here right now. I didn't have this vision yesterday. But I have one bag with me. I just got my leather outfit, and it was there. So it's meant, I always thought, wow, that would make a really iconic interview setting. And I'm happy I'm not sitting in it. And this is now making the movie. Like I said, with the North situation on the song with his son and the new artist Jasmine Williams, it happened like that. Certain things I lean into. People think I'm strategic. The enemy might, my enemy, our enemy, might think I'm strategic. But I'm not strategic. I just lean into what I really feel. And I say my truth. And whatever comes with it, comes with it. But my truth is so obvious to so many people because people are not allowed to say their truth to the point where they psych themselves out to think it's not true. And then so I'm not saying people's truth, I'm saying people's feeling now. Because your truth can be told to you, you can be programmed, but your gut is going to have millions of lifetimes of information. So when I go and I tweet, especially now, I'm speaking to people's gut feeling. Like Iggy, not taking sides, but she's going to do everything in her power to make sure Onyx never is next to Kris Jenner. And you know why, and she knows why. That girl came from Australia, to no family in the middle of Miami. Now she's out here in California, and her whole goal as a mom is to keep her son as far away from Kris Jenner as possible. And we all know why. We all know those sex tapes are signed for. We all know those children. Just in general, celebrity exploitation. Like when my daughter wants to rap, it's a thing where, damn, you really want to get into this game like this? And it's this balance. I had people around me, I was like, yo, this man Cardi is calling my baby mama, rapping about scams, and then saying he need vocals. She made us before it slip. Needs vocals for the album. And the man was like, well, that will blow her up. I said, it's my daughter, nigga. And see, that's the time a nigga hear me screaming from the other room and be like, why he screaming?
Who said they would blow her up?
Well, I purposely didn't say the names and shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to. Anybody that never spoke out against me publicly, I'm not going to speak out against them publicly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So did I answer that? It's just God, I'm just channeling. Yeah. I'm just channeling something. So I ain't telling y'all to follow me or do not. Yeah, people are not even in a position to follow me. It's like I can change hearts and minds, perception, but at the end of the day, you still got to go work for a white man. You still got to work for a Jewish man that works for a white man. The black dollar has been so decentralized since gentrification and the fall of Black Wall Street that it's next to impossible for a community to get on their feet, get past the drugs, the food. The food's the original drug. The hurting, the fucking 25%. Definite, not chance, but definitely being locked up, the abortion rate. Like our position, I don't have the exact answer to the equation of how to get out of where we are, but I'm not going to say we're not in where we are. And this might be some Star Wars shit where it take generation after generation after generation where it'd be north and it'd be this and be that, but it's like you either on this side of it or you on that side. Cardi took the blue pill, but he made his name off of the red pill. The Matrix. The red pill is the niggas like Neo. The blue pill are the agents. So that Cardi is an agent. And you'll see him like, you see the joint where somebody touches them and then they become the agent?
Yeah.
That's what happened. They come, the Jewish people come, the record people come, they'll say, they literally called Ty Dolla and said, and this is coercion. That's why these niggas gonna be locked up someday. They'll come to you, they said, Ty, you have to denounce Ye publicly, or we're gonna drop your artist, Leon. We're gonna cancel all your tours. So they on some mob shit. So it's die, nigga. You know what I'm saying? They up here threatening niggas, stopping their money. This is real life shit off of a statement, off of me wearing a motherfucking chain, off of me wearing their pain. But they playing, turning up, promoting, and making money off of our pain. But if I wear a piece of their pain, then they're gonna threaten to destroy everything moving, everyone around, destroy people's lives. We're going to destroy Leon's life. Leon did a whole scissor album, and now we're gonna destroy his life if you don't denounce this man's tweet type shit.
Do you talk to these people like before you send out the tweet? Because I would imagine he would give you a call and say, "Hey, I'm in a tough spot." Like, you know, and again, I think you said something important. You're not expecting everybody around you to be dick riders and agree with you, but when they speak out against you, you feel like it's either necessary or that's a form of betrayal, right?
Yeah, like Ty put up the tweet before we landed. He said, "I gotta say something." I said, "Say I'm not racist, but Ye is." We agreed upon that. When I landed, he put up, "I don't condone hate speech." And you letting these niggas put words in your mouth. I 100x'd, 137x'd his career. Not one, not two, not 20, 137x'd it. And while I'm on a plane, you put up word by word Jewish vernacular. My thing is we can sit and talk it out. I know they on your head. But nigga, you don't got to denounce me. Period. And if you do, you talk to me about how we gonna do it. See, all these street niggas and this niggas running around with guns, got bodies, they think they ain't boss, so they think I'm a motherfucking Vic or some shit. They think because I give niggas high salaries, nigga, I'm a billionaire, nigga, I don't give a fuck about that shit. See, this is my issue with Jim Jones, right? So he says he's gonna get a jib or div, I don't know what the fuck the word is, but basically like, he gonna get a percentage if he introduced me to this crypto nigga, right? And I know this shit sound like a Tarantino movie. Jim Jones wants me to meet with Mr. Pink to make $2 million off a crypto coin. Next Tarantino film, right? So then I found out before the second meeting that he was gonna make this money. So.
Did he tell you?
No, he said that he's gonna get a percentage. He didn't tell me what it was, and he ain't say he's gonna give me a piece of it either. When I found out how much money it was, I was like, you know what? One second. Hello. Okay, send him to room 59 right now. Thank you. So when
When you found out about
when I found out that he was getting the money, I was like, how much money is it? Hey, yeah, I'm gonna take that meeting for you to get the money, but I guess I can sit there, what you know. Like, I wasn't like, oh, nigga, you ain't tell me I'm not gonna. I still took the meeting, and the nigga still got the money, right?
you got paid $2 million.
Yes.
For you taking the meeting.
From me taking a meeting. But watch. And the money was a bit behind my back. I didn't really know about it. People be doing shit behind my back. My issue with Jim was we working on clothes. And I said, look, send me a PDF. For anybody who doesn't know, it's like a group of pictures in a folder that you send to the iPhone. You could do like 300 pictures, 10 pictures on it, 10 pages. I said, send me a PDF of all the ideas, all the young niggas you know in New York. Let me see all of the shit right now. Let the king see everything that's happening, right? This man tells me, I don't know how to make a PDF. That was way more disrespectful to me than a nigga figuring out how to get the $2 million. You understand why? Because this shit to my face, nigga. You gonna lie to me about a fucking PDF, you faggot ass nigga? After I sat and took the meeting for you, you took the money and I didn't even ask your broke ass for a percentage?
Maybe you didn't know how to do it.
Do you think one of his young niggas knew how to do it?
Yeah, of course.
Do you think that he could have figured it out after that nigga made $2 million?
Definitely.
Next subject.
Definitely. What is the real thing with you and Drake? Like, I've always been confused. It feels like I can't tell if it's a love-hate thing. I've watched hundreds of hours of you talking about just interviews, and at a point, it felt like the energy shifted, and then we just started seeing it everywhere. And I can't tell. What is it?
Yeah, it's like family members that you don't fuck with. Like, I appreciate. One thing is, Drake is a million times better than Kendrick and a million times more important. You know what I'm saying? What Future has done, Thug, what Drake just culturally is. That shit last year, I couldn't even barely sit through that shit. That shit was insane, bro. That shit had Lucian Grange, Universal, Drake lawsuit shit written all over it. This shit, at the end of the day, all this shit I'm saying, Jim Jones, Kendrick did, all these celebrities, the funny thing is we're all in the same boat. But while we're on that boat, we're also fighting amongst each other. And as I get stronger and stronger, I'll get more to the position of being who I really am. But right now, or maybe I get to that position right now, but where I was yesterday, it was like, how the fuck I'm supposed to lead y'all, and you got these niggas that's running y'all, making you fuck with me.
Welcome to the Deep Dive, listener name.
You ready for this one?
You know I'm always ready.
This is definitely going to be a journey today.
You got that right. We're diving into excerpts from a really long YouTube interview
Between
Kanye West and DJ Akademiks.
Kanye always keeping things interesting.
Definitely. I mean, the interview covers a lot of ground. So many different topics.
It's all over the place, but that's what we're here for.
Right, exactly. Listener name. We're here to help you navigate through all of that to pinpoint the core insights.
The things that really matter.
Yes, and maybe unearth some of those head-scratching moments that make you go, huh?
The stuff that really makes you think.
Exactly. Think of this deep dive as your fast track to understanding what went down in this massive conversation.
Yeah, we're cutting through the noise, so to speak.
So, listener name, let's jump right into the deep end.
Let's do it.
Right off the bat, you can tell this interview isn't your typical sit-down, polished affair.
Anything but.
It starts super casually.
Almost like we're interrupting something already in progress.
Exactly. Kanye mentions last-minute location changes and talks about being a little bit exhausted from that bullshit online.
Oh, yeah. He sets the tone right away.
He does. It's like, boom, we're in Kanye's world now.
You know, it's interesting. Even though he's talking about being exhausted by online stuff, he's laser-focused on how everything looks for the interview.
So true, listener name. He's incredibly detail-oriented. Remember the magnetic hat?
Oh, yeah.
The Nazi chain that he, modified?
I mean, the guy's an artist, a designer.
Totally. And it shows. He even talks about how he's a white leather one that sits better.
He's adjusting furniture, asking Akademiks to take off his boots, all for the perfect shot.
It's wild.
It's almost like the visual presentation is as important as the words themselves.
Maybe even more so.
Right. And then he drops this bombshell about a KKK leather outfit he almost wore in public the day before.
Oh, man. Yeah. But then he decided against it because he was worried he'd get hospitalized.
That's a pretty intense image to start with, isn't it?
It really is. It's like a window into where his head's at.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then he goes on to talk about feeling like his life is a little bit threatened.
Especially when he's being what he calls bossing up for my kids.
Yeah, bossing up for my kids.
Yeah.
Bringing up truths that he thinks people know but don't want to talk about.
Uncomfortable truths, maybe.
Right. Listener name. He gives this example about a picture of his youngest daughter.
To him, it's a sign of something bigger, like something's being hidden by the media.
He seems really convinced there are these, secret agendas at play.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he links it back to this idea of, voicing things that aren't popular. He brings up Chester Bennington.
The kid from Lincoln Park.
Yeah. He suggests, and this is heavy, that he might have been killed for speaking out.
Man, that's a serious claim.
It is, listener name, and it shows you how much weight he's putting on these truths he's talking about.
It's like speaking out is a life or death thing in his mind.
Exactly. But it's not just about him. He's talking about his kids, too.
Yeah, he's not afraid to say it straight up. He'd die for his children.
That's his main focus now. Not fame, not money, just protecting his family.
He's got this warrior dad vibe going on.
Totally. And you know what's interesting? He's noticed that the online reactions to him have changed.
Yeah, after being called crazy for years, he sees people starting to agree with him, especially since he says he's past cancel.
He's got no brand sponsorship, so he's totally free to speak his mind, right?
Yeah, he's like, I'm off the leash, baby. And to him, that almost validates his perspective even more.
Interesting point, listener name, because this leads us to the swastika.
Oh, boy. This is where things get really, really dicey.
I mean, he's wearing a swastika chain, and he calls it a magnet to expose people.
Yeah, he talks about Jewish people being like an invisible hand moving in the tunnels, threatening those who don't align with them.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on a second. This is some really charged stuff, isn't it?
It is. It's deeply troubling, honestly. And he doesn't back down at all. He even brings up Jay-Z's tweet that got deleted.
The one about standing with Jewish people.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm not doing that this time. I'm not giving in to the pressure.
It's like he's intentionally trying to provoke a reaction, to reveal something he thinks is hidden.
Totally. Then he connects the swastika to what happened with Diddy.
Puff Daddy.
Yep. And Adidas. He feels like he's been unfairly targeted and destroyed.
Even though he made huge contributions to culture and brought in tons of money.
He's saying, look what they're doing to Diddy now. It's the same thing.
It's like he's seeing a pattern, listener name, of powerful forces taking down successful figures.
Then he throws in this whole theory about Puff, Cassie, Cardi B, Kendrick, Drake, and R. Kelly.
Like they're all being manipulated by, puppet masters or something.
It's pretty wild, and it's hard to follow. But it definitely highlights his deep distrust of the industry.
And not just the music industry, but, something bigger than that.
Yeah, like some kind of shadowy organization controlling everything.
Whoa, this is getting deep.
And then, all of a sudden, things get very personal.
He shifts gears, right?
Yeah, to something that's clearly very painful for him. He realizes that he doesn't actually own his children's name and likeness.
Legally.
Legally. He says a white woman and this white family have control.
Wow. You can hear the frustration in his voice.
Oh, yeah. He feels totally powerless. He talks about his dad telling him to stay calm.
But he's past that now.
Way past it.
Yeah.
He's in full-on war mode.
And his anger is directed at, the Jews and the whites above the Jews, as he puts it.
He claims they have too much power and are trying to control his family.
Through people like Cardi B and Kim Kardashian, he says.
Yeah, and he uses some strong language, listener name.
Really strong.
He's not holding anything back.
It's clear he's fiercely protective of his kids.
Totally. And he threatens to use his, quote, fucking mastermind to fight back legally.
He's drawing a line in the sand. He's not playing around.
And that feeling of betrayal, that anger, it extends to other artists too.
He's got a whole list of grievances.
He calls out Jay-Z and Beyonce for not supporting him with the kids situation.
Especially since they're so politically active.
Yeah, he's like, where were you when I needed you?
He uses some really harsh words for other celebrities who didn't back him up.
He even takes a shot at John Legend.
It's raw, unfiltered Kanye.
And when they ask him about possibly making amends with people like Jay-Z and Pusha T.
Oh, man, his response is brutal.
He's like, why would I want to reconcile with broke-ass slaves and slave herders?
Ouch.
Listener name, it's harsh. And then he gets back on that theory about the NFL and the music industry working together.
To control artists, right?
Totally. He uses Drake, Kendrick's Super Bowl performance, Cardi B as examples.
He's saying they're all being used as pawns in this bigger game.
It's like he sees these huge events and successful careers as orchestrated by someone else.
It's all about control for him.
Then there's Virgil Abloh. He calls him, quote, the Jesus of the niggas that work for me.
But there's this undercurrent of jealousy there, right?
Oh, yeah, and betrayal. He feels like Virgil was doing things behind his back.
With Don C and other Nike people.
It's like he loved Virgil but felt stabbed in the back.
It's a complicated relationship.
And then he goes into specific stories about Don C. The red hat, the Nike deal.
He brings up that thing with Jim Jones, too.
The PDF request. It's
Yeah.
a symbol of disrespect to Kanye.
He set Jones up with this crypto deal, and all he wanted was a PDF.
But Jones's people wouldn't send it. To Kanye, it was a major sign of disrespect.
It's like all these little things add up to this feeling of being constantly used and disrespected.
He talks about Drake, too. Calls their relationship like family members you don't fuck with.
Interesting, because he also says Drake is musically better than Kendrick.
Yeah. And then he drops this bomb saying his music ended Frank Ocean's career.
Wow.
It's Kanye at his most Kanye,
Confident, maybe a little delusional.
Probably both. And he's convinced people are stealing his style.
Kendrick Lamar, referencing Mr. Morale, Travis Scott taking his music.
He's mad that he got left off Cardi B's album, too, even though they worked together before.
All these threads, right. Feeling used, betrayed.
Exactly. Akademiks actually points those themes out to him directly during the interview.
Yeah.
Betrayal, being used, and censorship.
Kanye is not afraid to admit it. He embraces it.
They ask him what tweets he regrets. You know what he says?
Tell me.
I want to do more of what hurts the enemy.
He's not backing down. At all.
He's on the attack. He even criticizes woke culture. Says the media wants to break up communities.
He's always got a theory.
Always. And remember the Ty Dolla $ign situation?
When Ty denounced Kanye on Twitter,
Kanye's like, I helped Ty's career. He betrayed me.
he thinks Ty was pressured to do it.
It's all part of this larger conspiracy in his mind.
Oh yeah, the Jim Jones PDF thing comes up again too.
He can't let it go.
It's a huge symbol of disrespect to him.
It really is. And, Kanye's language has changed a lot.
Compared to his, Jesus Walks days.
Totally. He even says, I'm evil. This is the real power of God.
Whoa! That's a complete 180.
He's embracing the darkness, so to speak.
And he makes it clear no one can tell him what to say or think.
He's happy people are so interested in just being himself.
Even if it's controversial.
Especially if it's controversial.
Yeah.
Then they ask him about apologies and regrets.
Does he have any?
He admits that he feels pain. Says God hurts too.
He brings up Jay-Z and Cardi B.
Yeah, he's not numb to it, but he doesn't really apologize.
The interviewer mentions his tweets about suicide, too.
Yeah, and how people still love him, despite all the controversial stuff.
Kanye says his actions are just a reflection of God.
He's like, I'm just a mirror of God's actions.
Okay.
And he uses examples like helping other artists become successful.
He keeps bringing up his daughter, North.
He's hyper-focused on her.
And then he drops this bomb about Jewish people running the entertainment industry.
He claims contracts are designed to screw over black artists.
It's like he's seeing a conspiracy everywhere he looks.
He challenges black people to build their own infrastructure, like Nigerians, Chinese people, Jewish people.
To be independent, to have their own power.
He makes a point of clarifying things about Kendrick Lamar, though.
Right. He says he doesn't have a personal problem with him.
And he wouldn't call him, a derogatory term. But he doesn't like how Kendrick was used.
And he disagrees with him claiming to be the best.
Kanye's still Kanye. He talks about his new album, DA album, Bully.
Says he's been working on his craft for 47 years and multiple lifetimes.
He makes this analogy about cutting hair as a kid and having the shop owner take half his earnings.
To show how he feels used in the music industry.
He's still got that chip on his shoulder.
And he claims no rap album last year was better than Vulture's one.
Even though it had distribution problems and he wasn't fully involved.
Well, he still believes in his talent.
Then, suddenly, it's over. Kanye's rushing off to the airport.
Wait, he changes his mind, right?
Yeah. He decides to go to Japan instead.
Kanye being Kanye.
The interviewer even jokes about needing more security.
Yeah, it was a wild ride.
Kanye gives away his KKK outfit and talks about how much he values his voice.
Especially after losing and regaining his wealth.
He says he'd rather die than give up his freedom of speech.
Powerful statement.
The interviewer calls it a Kanye West experience, not just an interview.
I think that sums it up perfectly.
So, listener name, what did we learn from this deep dive?
Kanye feels betrayed, used, and censored. That much is clear.
He's got a whole list of enemies, real or imagined.
And he's not afraid to name names.
The whole thing about the swastika chain is disturbing.
It's like he's trying to shock people into seeing his reality.
And his anxieties about his children's name and likeness are really heartbreaking.
He feels like he's lost control of something precious to him.
It's raw, it's messy, it's provocative.
It's Kanye.
It definitely gives you a lot to think about.
Like, how do we deal with an artist whose personal beliefs clash with their creative genius?
How do we separate the art from the artist, especially when they're so intertwined?
It's a tough question, listener name, with no easy answers.
If you want to dig deeper, the full interview is out there. But hopefully this deep dive gave you a good sense of what went down.
Thanks for sharing your sources with us.
And for joining us here on the deep dive.
Until next time.
See you then, listener name.
How's everything with you, brother?
Right quick.
The legend, man. How do you stay out here, dog?
I used to be like in my office.
I thought we were gonna do it in the warehouse.
I was supposed to leave yesterday, but now I was Yesterday,
Yeah.
earlier,
Nah, I seen the online shit. I'm like, damn, what the fuck is happening?
yeah, it's got like blood sauce and that bullshit. It was just.
This guy, man. All right. Okay. All right. I think my job is easy. Right? Is that a game? Oh, what game is that? Oh, we play on that Pokemon? It's a Nintendo Switch. I don't know why I thought like you would be able to hear like some NPCs like bang it out and that shit. It do like kind of like a Switch, right? That's probably some new shit, man. Yeah. Not calm. I don't know, for another reason I thought like there would be like assistants, staff. I like it. A little bit simple. Oh boy. A little saucy here, right? A little hot. Hat forward or backwards? My not good. This way? Or this way? This is like the classic look. Yeah, I've been trying to take off my hat for a while. You know what I mean? Don't let it go, man. Yeah. Okay, you can get a good angle if I'm sitting here? Wherever you want. You can sit right here. Yeah. What do you think? Okay. So, it's like magnetic. So it goes in here. Oh shit. I think it fell. Yeah. Oh yeah. See you bust down the chain too, man.
Right. Took that Nazi chain and made it bust, but I wonder where with this, but the part comes out a little bit too low. Like it needs to sit right there. I got a white leather one and fall right in the perfect place.
Really? Yeah. So you got this thing specifically?
Absolutely. The leather, the nigga KKK shit. First again, I think the best place for the photo. Can we move that to the side? Damn, we can't move this shit up. It'll be like here, or.
But it's just a designer at heart, man. Like,
I need to get a very, like if you had that chair.
if you had like two of them, it would probably work. If you're looking for that type of look.
How does it stand? The best thing would be right here. And then you put your chair right there. Take my Timbs.
So like put this there.
Yeah, like your view.
Get this out the way.
Yeah, it's perfect. So you take that away, so we just have like this framing right here.
Okay. So move this or keep it?
Yeah. Like,
We keep this as the middle or this?
I would take that over just out. Yeah. You don't need none of that bullshit.
Yeah.
Now, how would you, what's the frame look like? Because I like just standing right here.
Okay.
But also, be nice if, like if you sat back here, you can get like a full frame. Now, do you want to talk to me or stand when I'm here? Like this.
I mean, I'm letting you set this down right now. What do you think?
I should have to throw the boots on with it.
I mean, where does that go?
Nah, you know, funny thing is I really wanted to wear it yesterday, but I thought they would like put me in a hospital in my outfit.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like they would put me in the hospital for my outfit. So,
So even yesterday, I'm watching the video, and I'm like, who do you think? Like someone knocks on the door. That's what the tweet said or the video said.
yeah.
Who do you think that is, and who do you think? Obviously, you're saying things that how you feel at the moment,
Yeah.
and some people might feel like you're ruffled feathers. But who do you think would care that much that they would want to put in your life? Because you do feel like your life is a little bit threatened, right?
Yeah, I think I definitely when I start bossing up for my kids, I definitely feel. Let's see, let me do this. Yeah, I definitely feel that I was pushing life to the limit by pushing it to the truth. Like we know it wasn't surprising when I put that image up of my youngest daughter. That wasn't like the most surprising idea, but it'd be things that happen that we know happen that we just can't do anything about. But then they push whatever agendas like on the media that they want us to focus on. And that's something where, you know, I don't know who the people are, you know, so it would sound like real conspiracy theory. I just know that the kid from Lincoln Park got killed for expressing some of these same truths. And for me, just as a father, at a certain point, it's not about, it never was that, but when you're a celebrity, it starts to be about more of what fame is going to get you, what clout is going to get you, what money is going to get you over, is this the right thing for your children? And, you know, I'm willing to die for my children or to allow them to be in this kind of environment that I know they're in. And what I noticed on the comments, they always used to try to, like, for the past 10 years, they used to try to write me off. Oh, he's so crazy. I'm seeing the comments is now like 60-70% like, yo, he's just telling you exactly what's going on. He's just the only one that's in a position to be able to do it. Because I don't have any brand sponsorships. It's like, I'm past canceled. So these people out here, they toying, they playing. It's interesting. The swastika, I wanted to, you know, I know we have a little bit of time. I want to tell you, by doing it, it's sort of like a magnet where people get so mad and they start exposing themselves because the Jews, they move in the tunnels. They move where you can't see them. They're their invisible hand, and they'll give, like, what they'll do is they'll threaten people. They'll threaten people, oh, we're going to take your tours away. We're going to drop your artists. You got to say this. You're like, how many people put, I stand with my Jewish people, you know, 3 years ago. And what I did is I stood on it this time. I never backed down. That's my whole thing. That's why I was mad about removing, that somebody taught me into removing that Jay-Z tweet, because it was just like, nah, the whole idea is no matter what, I'm not going to back down. So by doing the swastika chain, it then ruffled some feathers. And then I really saw the comparison of me and Puff with the Diageo and the Adidas situation. Regardless if they could have locked me up for taxes or not, they wasn't playing fair. Like, okay, cool, fair deal. You did good, we did good. It's like, no, you leaving with nothing. We have to destroy you. Even though they came and used us to tap into the culture and make money off of black people and people who enjoy black culture. If we said, like, oh, you doing us wrong, you stealing my style, you taking all of my employees, you taking Jerry Lorenzo and making him do my same designs as he's a agreeable Kamala nigga. You know, they started lowering the budget for Puff. So I related to Puff, and then they pulled out a video with him and Cassie from 10 years ago. And then it made everybody be like, oh, you know, well, Puff's a woman beater, so he's the devil. He needs to be in jail. Right? Meanwhile, I don't know somebody who hasn't got into an altercation with a girl at one point, and including Cardi. So now Cardi's like he the number one guy rolling around, and Puff is in jail. And then you got two women beaters, you got two supposed pedophiles. Watch this. You got three. Watch this. Cardi, Puffy, Kendrick. The two pedophiles, Drake, R. Kelly, or supposed. Puffy and R. Kelly are in jail. with Drake 5 years from now, however long, when they feel like they really want to get that boy out here, they're gonna play the Kendrick song. So that's how far they going. The Kendrick mix with the Universal, all that takedown of Drake reminds me of the No Diddy campaign for Diddy. Like they going all out, but see, I know how to go all out, and I'm not even in that position. I just work on behalf of God. Like how this shit comes together, the timing, everything is like a God sense. I had a couple things I want to say. So I pushed into the Puff song. I put my daughter on the song. The timing was so perfect. She went in, rapped it. She said, I'm getting sleepy. So she said, okay, good night. And that was the end. And she was giving me like the Lil Kim on the old Bad Boy record. So that's why we put that. And I did was family. There's so many people who dad actually killed somebody and they would do anything to have their dad home. The two twins, and Christian, lost, their mama died and their daddy in jail. And everybody running around listening to murder music, right? Of being like, Puff is the enemy. And when I see all these videos, all tapes, everything, Puff more like my twin. Me and him got into it, because it's just like I'm telling these top 5 niggas, it's like, yo, you know, actually we probably could be friends, but nigga, you ain't bringing on that shit over here, nigga. Y'all niggas ain't as crazy as me. And that's how I asked Puff back in the days. It's like, man, how you just made it through all this shit and I shit like? He's like, I'm the craziest one, nigga. It's like, so once them people, we family, we can get into it. But they started taking that shit too far. I started taking it personal at a certain point with Puff, like all of the media. Because I wake up every day, whether I did some positive, negative, somebody got something negative to say. You know what I'm saying? So I relate to the idea of being torn down by the media. You know what I'm saying? But keep going. I know, because we got a short amount of time, I just want to hit you with that.
Yeah, no. I mean, so, like, the whole thing about, and even whether it's the outfit, it's why I think some people, like, they feel like they're spreading hate. And
I'm sorry.
Encouraging violence versus people.
The thing that I forgot to say was, when my daughter was put on song, that's when I realized that I didn't own their name and likeness. So watch this. All the brands that I made, I don't got the name and likeness ownership, or at least 50-50 with my kids. So how's it joint custody? My kids are celebrities, and I don't have to say so. So watch this one. So this white woman and this white family had the control of these highly influential black kids that are half the children of Ye. And that's just in everybody's face. And they was playing in my face like that. You know, I try to go to the campaign and keep it calm, and my dad would call me and say, hey, don't go in on that woman because it's going to affect the children. But now it's like, it's war. Y'all niggas, they think they're too powerful. The Jews think they're too powerful. Then they can get Cardi to play with me. They think they're too powerful. They think they can get Kim to play with me. The Jews and the whites above the Jews. You know what I'm saying? That's, my life is on this shit now. These are my children. Cardi, you could leave me off the album and do that faggot ass trash shit if you want. But now you mention my daughter, like, the whole plan is that y'all gonna pull my kids into y'all, whatever the word is, Illuminati system, and I don't have no say-so on my kids? Nigga? And anybody close, whether it's the Jews or the Cardi, anybody within my reach, I'm doing everything legally in my power, everything of my fucking mastermind. You get what I'm saying? That's why I'm about to tweet this shit. I want Kendrick to always remember that Jay-Z tweet before he ever crossed the line.
Okay.
Nobody that worked for none of these fucking labels wanted with the king. I am the Don. Lucian, don't send none of your motherfucking slaves. Don't send nobody, because they getting their head torn off. Quick. We ain't no problem. Ain't no motherfuckers. I'm the only king. I'm the only nigga that'll go up against these niggas. I'm the only nigga that survived through this shit. You know what I'm saying? Me, pussy ass, faggot ass, pink polo ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never killed nobody ass nigga. Fuck all you niggas. All you street niggas, all you rap niggas, just any nigga that ever said something about my fucking heart. None of these niggas, Jay-Z, Beyonce, you ain't help me when I fucking was having problems with my kids. You could have used your influence. No, your influence is for politics. Your influence is how you could use a nigga you never wanted to sign anyway, that Dame signed. You ain't show up to my first fucking wedding. You ain't my family. I always wanted some kind of family. Never had family out here. So what the fuck? Then they take my actual blood family from me in my face. All right, so go ahead. I just had to get that stream of content. Thank you very much, sir.
I mean, I'm intrigued by it, and I think people look at some of the stuff he said on face value. I see how, you know, there's three themes that come across with everything with you. It's betrayal, it's being used, and